In this lesson, we would understand how to compare and order fractions that have same numerator or denominator. Let's say we have a fraction 1 by 3 and 2 by 3, and we need to find out which of these two fractions is greater. We notice that the denominator for each of these fractions is same. When the denominators are same, we do not have to worry about looking at the denominator. We just look at the numerator. Numerator of 1 by 3 is 1 and numerator of 2 by 3 is 2. We notice that 2 is greater than 1, therefore the fraction 2 over 3 is greater than 1 over 3. Let's do another example. Here also we have similar denominator, 5 and 5 is same denominator. Fraction is 2 over 5, the other fraction is 9 over 5. We notice that the numerator 2 here is smaller than the numerator 9 here. Since 2 is smaller than 9, we can mark the greater side towards 9. So 9 over 5 is greater than 2 over 5. So remember, when the denominators are same, we have to look at the numerators. Therefore, we can conclude that if two fractions have same denominator, then smaller the numerator, smaller is the fraction. Or vice versa is true too. That is, greater the numerator, greater is the fraction. Let's understand what happens when we have same numerator. We have the first fraction as 3 over 4 and the second fraction is 3 over 8. We have to find out which of these two fractions is greater, less, or if they are equal. And we notice that the numerators are equal for both of these fractions. So we compare their denominators. And the rule here is that if the numerators are same, greater is the denominator, smaller is the fraction. Therefore, 3 over 8 is smaller than 3 over 4. Let's do another example. We have 1 over 9 and 1 over 7 to compare now. We notice that the numerators are 1 for each, which is same. Now we compare 9 with 7. And the rule is, if the numerators are same, greater is the denominator, smaller is the fraction. Hence we can conclude, if two fractions have same numerator, then greater the denominator, smaller is the fraction. And vice versa is true too. That is, smaller the denominator, greater is the fraction. Let's learn how to arrange fractions in order. Let's say we have 1 over 3, 5 over 3, 3 over 3, 7 over 3. And we notice that they have same denominators. If the denominators are same, we know smaller is the numerator, smaller is the fraction. We have to arrange these fractions in increasing order. Increasing means least to greatest. The question can ask you to arrange the fractions in ascending order or arrange the fractions from smallest to greatest. Increasing, least to greatest, smallest to greatest, or ascending order, they all mean the same thing. So how do we arrange it now? Because the denominators are 3, we do not have to worry about looking at the denominators. We have to put the lowest fraction first, the smallest number first. Smallest is the numerator, smallest is the fraction. So 1 over 3 goes first. After that, this is done, we can cut this out so that this does not create any confusion. Next we have is 5, 3 and 7. We know 3 is smallest out of these three fractions. So 3 by 3 goes next. We can cut this out. Out of 5 and 7, 5 is a smaller one. 5 goes before 7 over 3. And this is how we arrange them from lowest to greatest or increasing order. Let's arrange the following fractions in decreasing order. Decreasing means descending. It also means going from greatest to least. So decreasing, descending, going from greatest to least, these all mean the same thing. Now whenever we have to arrange the fractions, we know we have to look if we have anything in common. In the previous example, we had denominators common. Here we notice that we have numerators common. If the numerators are same, then smaller is the denominator, greater is the fraction. So we compare 3, 2, 6 and 4. Numerators are same, smaller is the denominator, greatest is the fraction. 2 is the smallest, so fraction that is greatest is 5 over 2. We have to arrange from greatest to least, so greatest goes first. We'll put 5 over 2 first. This is gone. Next we have to compare 3, 6 and 4. Out of 3, 6 and 4, 3 is the smallest. So 5 over 3 goes next. Cut this out. Then we compare 6 and 4. 4 is a smaller denominator, so it is a greater fraction. So we write down 5 over 4 the next. And then the last is 5 over 6. And this is how we arrange fractions in descending order if we have the same numerator.